Hi, uh, a very good day to everyone. We are going to the first class of our English grammar, and I thought of starting it with the very basic foundation of all grammatical functions that we'll discuss later, and it is the foundation of all the bigger functions in English language that we'll be dealing it in future. So I know everybody knows parts of speech, what are they, what are their functions, but just for reminding you, we are just going through the parts of speech and some of the problems and usages that arises in various places and which confuses us. Okay. First of all, I'm Lieutenant Arabi from Government College Madapalli. Welcome you all to our class. Shall we go? Shall we begin? So there are parts of speech which is category of words that have similar grammatical properties. The name it is divided into 8 categories, which are noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. So I know all these are familiar to you. Nouns are names, pronouns are names like Suresh, Vishnu, Sita, or whatever it is, and pronouns are words comes instead of these names like she, he, it, they, all. And adjectives are something which qualifies nouns, the names. Sheila is beautiful. Okay, something which qualifies that particular noun. And we have verb, the action done by the noun. Action done by the noun. Sheila is singing, dancing, eating, sleeping, whatever she is doing. So that is verb. What is adverb? Adverb is something which qualifies the action of that noun. So Sheila is dancing beautifully. Beautifully is adverb. What is preposition? Preposition, as the word suggests, it gives us a sort of position, in, on, under. So it gives us a way of direction. It gives a sort of direction to the words. We have conjunctions which combines words, 2 or more words, sentences and clauses together, like since, between, and, neither, nor, either, or. We'll go through all these in detail in the coming classes. And we have interjection, which we use to express sudden emotions like alas, wow, and wonderful, what a beautiful day it is. So to show the surprise, exclamations. These are 8 parts of speech, and we are concentrating in today's class on noun and the problems and the types, how it is formed, and the various grammatical functions related to noun, because noun is very important. Shall we go? I hope you are following me. Mainly, we have 2 main types of nouns, which are concrete and abstract. Concrete nouns are the words used for things and persons that can be touched or seen. They can be common nouns, proper nouns, collective nouns, and material nouns. See, something which can be seen or touched. And that is again divided into 4 categories. The next one is abstract, like something which we can't touch or see. Something which we think, like words like realize, think, which is felt mentally or emotionally, like the idea of love or God, which we have no physical presence of it. Okay, so these are the two types of nouns, and we are going to the first concrete noun, which is common noun. The words that denote any one of a class of persons, places, or things are called common nouns. As soon as they acquire a name and one is distinguished from the others of the same class, they become proper nouns. It's very easy. Boy, there are many boys, Suresh, Ramesh, Vishnu, Jishnu. And when they all together, all of them together are told as boy. So this is common for different people alike. They have some common um, characters. So they are grouped as common noun. When they acquire name, like boy, when he has this name Karthik, he is proper noun. Girl, when she is a common thing. When it acquires a name like Kavya, it is proper. So it is very simple to understand. When it is commonly used, there are many mountains, but when we talk about Mount Everest, the particular, it becomes proper. There are many rivers. When we say about Ganga, the river, it becomes particular. Then it is proper noun. So if a proper noun remains a proper noun, no article can be used before it, and it always begins with a capital letter. A common noun can be changed into a proper noun by adding the before it. So articles are in article. What are the articles in English? A, an, and the. So a common noun can be changed into a proper noun by adding the before it. Okay. Countable singular nouns have always indefinite article before them. But when they are used more than once, the must be placed away. We will discuss it in detail in the next coming slides. Okay, just go through the sentence. A man was walking on the road. The man looked an important person. A man in the first sentence is common. And when we made it particular, there are many men walking around the road, but the man, we are pointing a particular man by adding the article the. Then it becomes a proper noun. Common noun has changed into a proper noun. Tolstoy was the Gandhi of Russia. Tolstoy is compared. When the qualities of two persons or things are compared, a proper noun can be used as a common noun in two ways. If two objects are used with a preposition, the is added between the noun with which the comparison is done. So here Tolstoy is compared with Gandhi. So when we add the article the, he becomes proper noun. Bombay is the Manchester of India. He is a Hanuman. Physically he is not, nobody is Hanuman, but what does it represent? Like he is a very strong person, that is being represented here. So if there is only one object and the comparison is indirect, here he is a Hanuman. He is one person, and Hanuman is an indirect comparison. Okay. Then we use a or an before the noun, before the person or thing with whom or with which the comparison is done. He is a Hanuman. I hope you are following me. Next, it is collective noun. These are names of groups of person, animals or things. They are usually singular as they are considered a single whole. It represents a single whole. There was a crowd of people. So a mob is represented as crowd. There are so many people and they are called together combined crowd, and it is considered as a singular word. Team of players, fleet of ships, herd of cattle. Okay, these are called collective noun. The committee were arguing among themselves. So here the committee is not considered singular. We told that collective nouns are normally considered as singular. But look at this sentence, the committee were arguing among themselves. Were arguing. Committee was, not was, but were. Why? If there is a reference to individual members of the group, the collective noun is considered plural. So here it suggests the members of the committee. That is why where is used, which is a plural verb. Okay. The regiment are spread around the hill. Same here. Soldiers in the regiment are represented. Okay. And some of the nouns like cattle, gentry, people, vermin, they are all considered plural. They are all collective nouns. They are always considered plural. So the first statement comes different in this in these words in this particular section, because when the members are being mentioned, it is considered plural, and some of the collective nouns are always plural, like cattle, gentry, poultry, people, and vermin. Okay. And the next nouns are material nouns, names of materials or substances. That is called material nouns, out of which things are made. They are generally singular, considered as singular. Example: clay, cotton, dust, gold, iron, mercury, wood, wool, everything, because they are substances with which something is being made. And some material nouns are also used for certain articles made from them. Then they are used as common nouns. They can have number and can be used as plurals or plurals also. So these are the differences in nouns. That is why we are specifically going through the differences of it. So some material nouns are used for certain articles made from them, like, so then they become a common noun. The window has glass panes. It is glass pane is panes. Glass pane is a material noun, but it is plural here because certain articles are being made from them. She gave me 2 glasses of lime juice. It becomes common noun because it is made. Article is used. Here we can see an article being used, a material noun, when it works as a common noun. Okay. She gave me 2 glasses. There are number representing that glasses, and iron, marble, paper, tin, everything are substances with which something is made. I hope you are clear here. Some such nouns like iron, with which we press clothes, marbles, small pieces of stone with which children play, paper when used for newspaper, tin when used for container. So something is made of them, then it becomes a material noun. Is that clear? Now we are going to abstract noun. Abstract nouns are words through which we can realize, think of, or feel mentally or emotionally. They have no physical existence, like we have already said. Look at these words: pleasure, joy, and action, fight, quarrel. There are gusti or karate, it has physical existence, but the words fight, it is an abstract idea. Then it becomes abstract noun, a general idea or system of thought like philosophy, astronomy, a state, youth, birth, date. These words have no physical existence. We can't touch it or see it. So these are abstract nouns. A quality like beauty, ugliness, patience. These are all abstract nouns. So we have completed nouns, the different forms of nouns. I hope you got it. You got it clear. We are moving on to the next part. Some issues related with noun. Some confusions. Look at the. We'll go through maximum. We can avoid the names associated with grammar. We will go through examples so that it is clear for you how it is wrong. Okay, my father's in a very good health. We are having a terrible weather. So look at the words marked red. Why it is marked red? I speak a very good English. Can you give me an advice? I need some informations. How was your travel? So what is the mistake there? That is the question. Because we have something called countable and uncountable nouns. Some nouns cannot be counted, and such nouns cannot be used with to or a, or articles cannot be used before them. So my father's in very good health. That is enough. What was it? My father's in a very good health. So no need of using article there. That is the mistake. We always make this mistake. We are having a terrible, that is wrong, terrible weather, because we can't count weather. We can't count English. I speak very good English. I speak a very good English is wrong. I speak very good English. Can you give me some advice? What was it? Can you give me an advice? Can you give me some advice or piece of advice? So we can measure some nouns. We can't count some nouns. Some countable, uncountable nouns become wrong when we use it. I need some information. I need some informations as wrong. Okay. Or a piece of information. And how was your journey? It is not travel. When it is a general thing like I like travel, we can use travel, but a journey from one place to another, it is always singular. We cannot use articles before it. We can't count these nouns. That is it. I hope it's clear for you. These are all simple things, simple grammatical functions. I know you have studied it in your classes. And these are some of the uh, nouns which are used singular. We cannot change it um, we add s or es to make some words plural, and we add some articles to make it proper or particular or countable. So these words given here are uncountable verbs. We cannot add, add or qualify using it with some numbers or some quantities like some or an or a or the, or we cannot add s to these words. Those words are progress, furniture, knowledge, hair, spaghetti, macaroni, research, news, luggage. We cannot use luggages or furnitures because it is uncountable. It is the way it is made. It is like this. So that is it. Now we are going to discuss about the gender problems that we face with nouns. Gender in English does not create any problem in the structure unless a possessive pronoun or possessive adjective is used for a noun. I am not confusing you with this grammatical words like possessive pronoun or possessive adjective. You know pronoun and adjective, but leave that apart. We are just looking at the words. All names of male animals or persons are masculine, right? Those of female are feminine, that we know. Inanimate objects which have no life and animals, when no name is given to them, are of the neuter gender. They have no gender. They are neuter gender. For them, the pronoun used is it. For the animals and for non-living inanimate things, we use the pronoun it. Pronouns are words used instead of nouns. So and its various forms. Some words like child, friend, neighbor, pupil and servant can be used both as masculine and feminine. They are neuter in gender. That is why. Okay, remember these words. They are of the common gender. The plural pronoun for all the four genders is they, and all its forms they. We use plural of these singular pronouns as they. It is it becomes they. Okay, and all collective nouns are of neuter gender. All collective gender nouns are neuter. They have no feminine or masculine connected to it, associated to it. Ship and countries, when referred to by their names, are considered feminine. Okay, like if I say ship and countries, the ship struck against a rock and there was a big hole in her bow. Ship and countries, when referred by their names, are considered as feminine. I am giving you an example. The ship struck against a rock and there was a big hole in her bow. The ship is later mentioned as her. The pronoun is used here is her. That is of feminine. That is why we call ship and countries are referred as feminine. When India lost many of her brave revolutionaries during British regime. Lost her. So here India became her. That is a feminine pronoun. So this is how gender is made in English. So there are many various forms of making feminine from feminine from this masculine gender. So these are little small tips that can be used to form feminine nouns. ESS, SINE, INA, TRIX, etc. can be used to make like author becomes authoress, hero, heroine, administrator, administratrix, Tsar, Serena. So these are some of the feminines with tricks like administratrix have almost disappeared from language as common noun. It does not exist now, but just for information I am saying it. So next category is by using a word before or after the word. He got, she got. Got is a animal, and we are making gender by adding the pronoun he and she. In another word, he got, she got, peacock, peahen, landlord, landlady. This is another way. And we add entirely different word also. Boy, girl, cock, hen, husband, wife, father, mother. Okay, there are various genders, masculine and feminine gender nouns in English. Many are there. You can look for it. And what are the other ways? These are simple ways by adding s or es with a word. Books, lovers, tables, emotions, and some words ending in s, x, z, sh or ch form a plural by adding es to the word. Look at the word kiss. It ends in s. That becomes kisses. Ends in x, taxes. Ends in z, mazes. Sh, dishes. Church, churches. So we just add es. If a singular noun ends in y and a consonant comes before y, they are changed into I and es. Es is added to it. For example, fly. Fly becomes flies. IES is added to fly because y, it ends in y and there is a consonant sound before this y. And days, monkey, monkeys, same, ends in y, ends in EY. Simply we add vowel. Okay, because it is not consonant as in fly, but a vowels. When it was ly consonant, it was IES. When it is vowels AE, it becomes only S added to the word. Bamboo, bamboos, cuckoo, cuckoos, radio, radios, just S. Okay, when the singular nouns ends in O preceded by a vowel, the plural is formed by adding only S to it. But if it is preceded by a consonant, ES, ES is added to it. Bamboo, we can see mango. Mango is changed into mangoes. ES is added because it is O is preceded by G, which is a consonant. So these are, look at the other sentences: candos, dynamos, grottos. These are all Latin, foreign words came into English in England. They all take S, simply S. And there are 12 nouns ending in F or FE. And they drop F or FE and they take VES to form plural. Calf, calves, half, halves, knife, knives, leaf, leaves, life, lives, loaf, loaves, self, selves, sheep, sheaves. You know all these 12 nouns. Wolf, wolves. So F or FE changed into VES. And 4 nouns ending in FE from the plural by adding S. They are cafe, cafes, five, five, fives, save, saves, strife, strifes. So FE and F, that is what we have discussed. Now, nouns ending in FF, RF, OOF, EEF, IEF. These are all rules, but you don't go through the rules, you just go through the examples. Cliff, cliffs, surf, surfs, proof, proofs, chief, chiefs, scarves. There is another scarves. Two plural nouns are there for scarf, scarves, and scarf. Staff, staffs, stave. Staff has two staffs and staves. Wharf has two wharfs and wharfs. So some words have two plural forms. Okay, some words ending in F. So these are a few nouns that you can by heart or just remember as it is. And there are 8 nouns, noun form. Nouns form the plural by changing an inside vowel. Dormouse, mouse has changed into dormice. MOUSE has completely changed into MICE. Food, feet, goose, geese, loves, lies, man, men, mouse, mice, tooth, teeth, woman, women. Simply they altogether changed the vowels. Child, children, ox, oxen. Okay. 4 nouns are changed into plural by adding en or ne to them in different ways. 4 of them. Just remember: children, oxen, brother, brethren, cow, kine. But cow has 2 changes. Cow, we also say cows, and brother we also say brothers. So these are brothers and cows are very common, but have this also. And compound nouns. Look at the compound nouns: mother-in-law, mothers-in-law. So the first word takes the plural S. Principal word, we add S to the principal word. Passerby, passers-by. Looker on, lookers on. So this is how, but those compounds which are written without hyphens, we have hyphens in mother-in-law, that we have changed into mothers-in-law, but those compound words which have no hyphens, like pickpockets, spoonfuls, stepmothers, it is added S at the last of the sentence. And in some of the foreign words, if a word ends in A, it is changed into AE. Formula, formulae. Nebula, nebulae. Okay. If a word ends in US, it is changed into alumnus, alumni, bacillus, bacilli, focus, foci. US is changed into simply I, fungus, fungi. So these are another formations in foreign plurals. Bacterium, bacteria, IUM, UM changing into simply A. Okay, bacterium, IUM changes into A. curriculum, curricula, datum, data, dictum, dicta, medium, media, memorandum, memoranda, stratum, strata. That we can just remember. Okay, just ignore the rules behind it. Just go through the changes that it has. If a word ends in ex, like in apex, is or ix is added. Ex, is or ix. Then it is changed into ices. Apex, apices, axis, axis, appendix, appendices. So this is how you just remember the words. Hypothesis, hypothesis, is changed into es, synopsis, synopsis, and words ending in on changed into a, that is automation, automata, criterion, criteria, phenomenon, phenomena. It just is added a at the end. And we have the three persons in when we talk about noun, and it is very important because when the noun changes, nouns change, verb also changes. According to the nouns, verb changes. So it is important to look at the changes of noun and the verb. In your spot the error, there are many sentences which has this function coming up. So all nouns are third persons, like all names are third persons. I and we are first person. He, she, it, they, all the nouns are third person. This is how and you is second person. Pronoun you is second person. So there are some confusions about using noun. That is what we are discussing next. Certain nouns have the same form in singular and plural. Just look at these words. These are having both singular and plural. It is same in singular and plural. That means deer cannot be changed into deers because plural and singular are same. Deer, gallows, grouse, innings, means, offspring, salmon, sheep. These are all same in singular and plural. Just go through the words. Some nouns always go in pairs and are always used in plural. So they are always plural. Bellows, pants, scissors, spectacles, tongs, trousers. We will never say scissor or pant. It is pants or scissors or trousers. It goes as plural. Okay, it is like in pairs. A few nouns ending in ry, look, drapery, have plural significance, but they are used only in the singular form. We will think that it is plural, but it is only used in singular form. Drapery, imagery, machinery, poetry, scenery, stationery. These are all singular form, singular nouns. And certain nouns having a plural formation are used as plurals only, and cannot be changed into singular. It has a plural formation like annals, premises, tidings, thanks, wages. It has this s, so we think that it is plural. So it comes only in plurals. It cannot be changed into singular. It is used as plurals only. Some words are like that also. And the word wage. Wage is used in singular formation in compound nouns. Wage is always singular. Wage earners, living wage, wage board. Wage is always singular. and like we said, furniture, stationery, advice, information are always singular. We have singular and plural. Some words, some nouns are singular. Some nouns have one meaning in the singular but two in the plural. When it becomes plural, it has another meaning also. Color, singular, when it is hue, different types of color. But when it becomes colors, first is hues, then another meaning also it occurs is the flag of a regiment, like that. Just read it out. Custom, habit, when it is singular, customs, habits, and also import duty. Effect, result. But when it is plural, effects, results, and property. Manner, method. Manners, moral lessons. Second meaning is conduct. Moral, a moral lesson. Morals, a moral lesson, and conduct. Okay. Number is a quantity. Numbers, quantities, and verses. Pain, suffering. Pains, sufferings, exertion, penalty. It has three different meanings. So when it is plural, there are various meanings attached to it. Premise, preposition, premises, prepositions, and a building. Quarter, fourth part. Quarters, fourth part, and lodgings. Spectacle, a sight. Spectacles, sights, eyeglasses. Letter, any alphabet. Epistle, letters, alphabets, epistles, literature. So it occurs different meanings when it is in plural form. Ground, we have reason, and earth when it is plurals. Grounds, sorry, I missed out the S there. Grounds, reasons, enclosed land, and dregs. Dregs are the stones which comes and particles sunk to the bottom in a liquid, that is dregs. So these are some singular and plural nouns which occurs different meanings when it is in singular and in plural. We are looking at cases like it is a grammatical name like nominative cases, objective case, but just forget the grammatical words that I say. Just go through the examples I have given. The first example, okay, Shanmugan was in college at 10. The house is on fire. She ate 4 mangoes. All the first words, Shanmugan, the house, she, he. All these are nominative nouns, like they are the nouns about which all other words are about which the other words are used. Okay, like as in English, the subject is placed before the verb and the object after it. We know subject, verb, object combination of a sentence in English. We must know which is the subject and which is the object in our sentence. That is the importance of knowing the noun, because noun comes as subject in many normal situations. Okay, the noun or group of nouns that answers the words who, what is the subject. Look at the sentence, Shanmugan was in college at 10. Who? Shanmugan. It answers the question who. The house is on fire. What is the question? The house. So it answers the question what. The word that answers, she ate 4 mangoes. Who? She. He gave it to John. Whom? He gave it to John. So like that we can find nouns. We can get a get an answer to the questions what, who, when, whom. Okay, that is how we identify the nouns, because this is the function of noun. In a sentence, it becomes a subject. So SVO, pattern, is formed with noun. That is how noun becomes very important. Next section is confusions. These are called possessive cases, because it is like possessive means possession of something by someone. It may indicate ownership, origin, authorship, association, or connection. It can be expressed in two ways. We can add apostrophe, like we have seen. We can see here Mohan's chair, Sheila's pen. It's a possession. They possess, they own. Okay, but another way is putting off before the noun. Pen of Sheila or chair of Mohan. So by adding apostrophe or by adding of before the noun, there are two ways of showing it. And students union, traders association. So we add this is apostrophe. You can see there is no S. In Mohan's chair, we have used apostrophe and NS. But in Students' Union and Traders' Association, there is no S added, because it is plural. It is already with S. In such words, we do not add S, but simply mark an apostrophe into it. Moses' laws use only apostrophe to singular nouns having two hissing sounds. We have Moses, so sir and sir, two sir sounds. Then in singular also we simply add apostrophe without S. Conscience, shen, sh and s. Two sir sound, hissing sound. So there also we simply add apostrophe into it. I hope you are getting it. And if look at this, Keats's poetry, Marco's wealth. Here Keats is singular, but there is only one S sound and one S hissing sound. That is why we are adding S along with apostrophe. So if there is only one hissing sound, add apostrophe S even after a word ending in S. Okay, look at this next sentence. The cooperative society's resolution is a combined word, right? So here we add apostrophe S with the last word of a combined word. Cooperative society's resolution. We are not adding S with cooperative. We are adding the last words apostrophe S. University of Nagpur. Not in the university, but in University of Nagpur. The last word in combined word we use apostrophe and S. An hour's work, apostrophe S is used. When we express a time, we use apostrophe S. Hours work, week's holiday, yesterday's work, we use apostrophe S because it expresses time. And a rupee's worth of potatoes, $10 worth of books. What is there? Nouns expressing monetary value like rupee, half rupee, dollar, pound. Take apostrophe when followed by the word worth. If the word worth is there, they can take an apostrophe S. That is how we make a possessive noun of them. And day's march, hair's breadth, like there are common apostrophe possessives formed from inanimate objects or expressions by adding apostrophe S. Earth's core, razor's edge. goodness's sake, conscience call. So we add apostrophe or apostrophe s. Okay. And this is the last rule of case in noun. There some well-known combinations of two nouns do not take either of or apostrophe to form possessive. The first noun serves as adjective to indicate a possession, a relationship, connection with the time, to express the use of equipment or clothes. In these words, we will never use apostrophe or apostrophe s. Okay, combinations of two nouns. Dining room chairs. There is no apostrophe s. We will never use apostrophe s or apostrophe s here. Kitchen sink, city bus, window pane, Bombay transport, Agra shoes, Kerala coconuts, summer sports, spring flowers, tennis shoes, shoe polish, teacup, cricket ground. In such combinations of two nouns, we will never make them possessive nouns by adding apostrophe or apostrophe s. Oh, I have followed these books. If you want to use or go to further exercises, you can use these books. Michael Swan, John Eastwood, and they give so many examples. You can work as well. Handbook of Applied Grammar and Composition. Any doubts? I hope I have expressed, I have given in detail all the nouns and its functions. If you have any doubt after watching this video, you have to get back to me for clarifications. And thank you for listening. See you in the next class. Thank you so much.